This is a quick look at my Instant Pot Duo Crisp plus air fryer. We have had it for about 2.5 years and I love it. I love it enough to keep it out here. It actually sits on top of my microwave for lack of counter space. But even though I don't normally like things out on my counter, this thing I use enough that it wouldn't make sense to put it in a cupboard. So here's a quick look at the buttons that it has. Very similar to other Instant Pots. One that not all Instant Pots have that I love is the sous vide. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Button that can keep things at a low temperature, very exact low temperature for a very long time, which is great for cooking certain types of meat and other fancy things that I don't know how to do, but I use it for yogurt. So even though this doesn't have a yogurt button, I use the sous vide button and it works great. And then this is the row that is also unique to this air fryer, to this Instant Pot, I should say. It has an air fry function. So I will show you in a minute the lid that goes with that. But this is a really cool thing because it has all of those different functions of the Instant Pot pressure cooking and the sous vide, but then you can also switch out the lid and do some air frying. Here is the lid. It's very similar to the other Instant Pot lids. My ring probably needs to be replaced after a couple of years. It smells a little bit chickeny. It has the inner liner. So now I'll show you the air fryer lid. So I actually keep the air fryer lid in a separate cupboard because it is huge. That is probably the biggest con to this, is that it takes up a lot of space. So this goes inside your other, your liner, and then this goes underneath it to kind of keep everything out of the liquid. And then you have this huge thing. It has a nice handle for carrying it, and then there's this thing that goes underneath it, so you can, when you take the lid off the thing, you can set it down on something like a hot pad for your lid. So unlike the other lid that you twist on, this one you just set right on like that, and there it is. It looks pretty snazzy, and then you can just hit any of these buttons that you want. Oh, I might have not put the lid on all the way. There we go. Just had to push down a little bit. Set the time and start. So my favorite way to use this, I actually don't use it a ton. My favorite way to use this is if I'm cooking a whole chicken. I pressure cook the chicken in the Instant Pot, like you would in a regular Instant Pot, but then I swap out the lids and use the air fryer lid to air fry my chicken for like 10 minutes after that, and it makes it like a rotisserie chicken. It's so good and so easy. Another thing to note is that this Duo Crisp Instant Pot only comes in the 8-quart size, which is a fantastic size for a family. We just have 3 little kids, but I can't imagine having anything smaller. So I highly recommend the 8-quart size if you're feeding more than a couple of people. So that is my Instant Pot Duo Crisp plus air fryer. I highly recommend it. If you're okay with how much space that lid takes up, it is a great thing to be able to have this 2-in-1 appliance in your kitchen.